Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Algorand's price chart because now I'm actually seeing a lot of very interesting signs suggesting in Algo. Unfortunately, we may see another move on the downside in the short term, but what are going to be the targets for that move? In today's update we are going to get into all that good stuff. But before we talk about what is happening in like very short term, let me tell you that overall I am actually very much optimistic in Algorand. Why? Because you can consider two different counts in here. Let's say actually three in the interest of being 100% objective. Scenario number one suggests that this is 5 up into 1. This is correction for wave 2, and then after our short-term correction is over, we're going to have a strong move up into wave 3 for 5, which is going to be into a larger degree wave 3 correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5. Scenario number 2 suggests that, okay, instead of this point being our final low in Algorand, this was actually our final low, and basically we got like a truncated final wave on the downside. And even that scenario suggests, okay, this is 1, this is 2, and then big move up into wave 3 for 5, and it's not going to be into that larger degree wave 3 that we talked about earlier. What about scenario number 3? You see, in that case we are going to argue Algorand is actually quite bearish, and instead of having, I don't know, like a 1-2 setup, odds are these are the subwaves for an ABC zigzag, and after this is over, or maybe actually our correction is over already, we are going to have a very strong move down in order to take all the loss. Now, let me be very clear. If we are going to do something like this and we are going to once more visit, I don't know, let's say the 13 cents level, that in my view is actually going to be a fantastic, beautiful long opportunity in hope that we get yet another very strong move on the upside. Why? Because one way or the other in Algorand I am extremely bullish, and I really have a hard time believing that this isn't actually off of the low slow down here about 8.5 cents, a 5-wave up followed by a correction down, meaning what? Overall in the cycle, if we are going to have an altcoin season, which I do believe we are going to have it, Algorand is going to be participating in that in a very strong manner, because the next phase of the bull run in Algo, one way or the other, most likely is going to be into wave 3 correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. And it's very important to understand that in terms of Elliott waves, wave 3 is known to be quite a very strong and sharp move on the upside. So what if this scenario overall is happening and in the short term we get a move down in order to take all the loss? Well, from my POV, it makes sense to argue that is actually going to be a great buying opportunity. Now, having said all that, let's go on some lower time frames and see what is going on. And I think the last time that we talked about Algo, we were right around this area, and the idea was that sure, we may see a move on the upside, but we shouldn't really be overwhelmingly optimistic, because in here I'm able to identify an ABC zigzag as opposed to a 5-wave, suggesting maybe we are having starting from this point something like an ABC in form of a flat structure, meaning what? Unfortunately, the next move is going to be a decent one down in order to once more take the lows down here. So what happened? We did get a move up, and the question is this actually a bullish sign? In my view, not really. Why is that? Let's go on this chart from trading. Okay, you see, if you want to argue that we're going to have our final low, for example, around this area, let's say this is like a very important support, then okay, you need to be able to find off of the lows in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This specific example is called an impulse, which in it we are not allowed to have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and also in any kind of wave 3 is just not allowed to be the smallest wave. Now, in the recent move up in Algo, I'm going to show it to you in a bit, we actually do have overlapping of the waves. So that essentially narrows our option to either having something called a leading diagonal in form of a wedge, or maybe an expanding leading diagonal. In case of a wedge structure, we're going to have our initial move up into 1, which has to be the biggest wave. Correction for 2, another move up into wave 3, it must be smaller than 1. Correction for 4, it has to be smaller than wave 2. And in here, unlike this impulse, we must have this time overlapping of the waves, and this is our final move up into wave 5, and it must be the smallest wave. On the other hand, in case of an expanding leading diag, this is our wave 1, correction for wave 2, wave 1 has to be the smallest wave. It's basically the exact opposite of this wedge structure right in here. After our wave 2 is over, we're gonna have a very strong move up into wave 3. It has to be bigger than 1, correction for 4. Once more, we have to have overlapping of the waves. This time, wave 4 is actually bigger than wave 2. Again, the exact opposite of what we are having in this scenario. And this is our final move on the upside into wave 5, which must be the biggest wave. Just remember this. If you want to argue that in the recent phase up in algo, we are actually having a wedge, then okay, wave 4 must be smaller than wave 2. On the other hand, if it's going to be an expanding leading diag, then okay, wave 4 must be bigger than wave 2 and wave 3 has to be bigger than 1. This is a very, very important point. And having said all that, let's go on the live chart, so much more. Okay, so first things first. Between these ones, which one is actually the lowest low? It is right in here about 23.5 cents. And are you going to argue from here to about this high? We are having, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to argue that, then okay, I think we can all clearly see that this structure has overlapping of the waves between it's supposedly wave 4 and 2. So which one is it, an expanding leading diag, or maybe it's a wedge? Let's measure our corrections and compare them to each other. This is the length of our wave 2, and as you can see, it's bigger than wave 4. So this essentially narrows your option to only and only a leading diagonal in form of a wedge, which in it wave 3 has to be smaller than wave 1. Remember that. Now let's measure our wave 3 and compare it to 1. And as you can see, this time wave 3 is not smaller than 1, it's actually bigger. So what does that mean? This means essentially finding a 5 wave in here, no matter what kind it actually is very, very challenging to a degree that it shouldn't really be our primary case, especially since in the recent phase down in algo, we took this important low, meaning what? Odds are whatever move on the upside that we are having in this phase, these moves are absolutely going to be on the same degree. So what's the message? I'm going to argue in Algorand, this is actually a correction structure and not an impulse, meaning what? We are going to have a move down in order to at least take the lowest low down here about 23.5 cents. And whether we are, for example, at that point going to continue our move down and take also the lowest low down here about 22.5 cents, you know what? That can be off for the base. I don't really have any problem with that. And again, even if we take them, it's not going to be a bad sign at all. It just means odds are the next target is going to be right around these areas. I think it was about the 20 cents region support. So for now, in the short term, in algo, I think we should manage our expectations and count on yet another move on the downside. Do we have some more bearish signs? The answer is yes. Let's summon more. Okay, what do we have in the recent phase down? As you can see, I think we can all agree that this is quite a strong move down, which is a very important characteristic of a 5-wave impulsive movement. And also the current move on the upside that we are getting seems quite slow and choppy. Why? Let's just measure it timing wise real quick. Okay, this move up is taking us so far about 50 candles. On the other hand, only and only this phase down happened in about 25 candlesticks. So to me, this means despite having way more than enough time in the short term, bulls actually failed to pull the price all the way back down to these levels, meaning what? They are probably not that powerful at the moment, and odds are soon, maybe like even after having another move up, we are going to get a continuation of the move down. And also let's zoom more. Okay, maybe it's best to go on like 5-minute time frame so we can see the candles a bit better. Okay, in my view, we are probably having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up to about here. This is an A, B, C zigzag, and this is also another A, B, C, this time on the upside. So essentially, I think a correction has started from this point, and it's going to be in form of an A, B, C running flat. And this is the key, pay attention. I think this is a 5-wave down. I think this initial move is also yet another 5-wave. And also this is another beautiful impulse on the downside. And between these two waves, we are probably having, yes, I'm thinking about a WXY in form of a double zigzag. So this means what? I'm gonna say probably on a higher degree. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a bit of a bearish setup, especially since in here we are having most likely, I'm gonna say, a correction structure, suggesting either this is going to be 5 down into 1, correction for 2, and then we're going to have another move down into wave 3 for 5, a very strong move. Or if you want to be a bit optimistic, then okay, you can say this is 5 down into 8, correction for wave B. And what's next? Once more, we are coming up with the same conclusion. We are going to have, at least in the short term, another move down into our select. And in terms of the targets, let's for now at least consider taking the lows down here about 23.7 cents. And when we take it, we are going to make new updates and see what is going to be next. So let's have a quick conclusion. In algo, the overall trend is absolutely bullish. Do not get me wrong. However, in the short term, seems like based on what we are seeing in terms of Elliott waves and also classic trends, we are going to continue our move down a little bit more. But after this phase is over, I'm actually counting on a very, very strong bounce back in order to hopefully start the next major phase of the bull run. And that, my friends, is exactly why I'm not really worried. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.